Hi guys, it's Keith with Arkenberg Farms here, and today we're going to do a new segment called Crop Talk. Today we're going to be looking at my spring mix mix-in. It's red mustard, green mustard, and red Russian kale. Alright, it is now the second week of June, and here is what was just planted last Thursday. You can just barely see it starting to emerge. So that's 0 week. Here is 1 week. It's already up, cotyledons are showing. We got first set of leaves showing and pretty much everything. It's coming along good. The season warms up. The DTM goes down. Let's go look at the next week. Alright, this is week 3. Come down. You see we got nice full leaves at this point. Red Russian kale's doing nicely. Mustard greens are doing good. So we walk down. We can kind of see some spotty germination off over here on the mustard greens. I believe that's coming from the trees over here. Got a bunch of piss elms. They shoot roots over. So we've been battling those. But all in all, it is coming along very, very nicely. And we come over to week 4, which is looking beautiful. And you can see the size on it already. It's ready to be cut with the quick cut green harvester. We got big, full, mature reds. Red Russian kale's looking great. We've got nice long stems, which would be perfect to cut. The mustard greens are full and thick, same thing. Only thing is, this time of year, well, it's been happening all season, is that this red has been stressing out very quickly on me. Like you can already see right here. It's already starting to shoot. Then we come over to week 5, which is getting harvested this week, but probably should have been harvested a little earlier. The reds are completely bolted. I won't be able to save those. Red Russian kale's looking nice, not as tall. It was cooler when this was planted. Mustard greens are small, but since we've got other crops that are creeping up past them, it's got to go. As the season progresses and the soil temperatures kick up, the DTM lowers. So at some point in your season, you'll end up with a bunch of stacking crops. Just kind of like what I got here. This could not have been harvested last week, but it needs to be harvested this week. But the one afterwards also needs to be harvested this week. But the one behind that should be back in line again. And then we'll go take a look at the one we harvested last week. And here's the one we harvested last week. I was able to get a little red out of here. Most of it shot. Again, we got patchy spots because of the couple trees I got left over here. This was red frills mustard. Never going to try to use that again because it shot before I even had a chance to harvest it. The green was doing good coming back, but it's starting to bolt as well. So it's gone. It's coming out. Down here with the red Russian kale, should be able to get a second cut off of it. It's not doing too horrible. Got good leaves popping up. Usually I can do a second cut in summer if I can get an early enough cut on it, but this bed will do a little. And the reason I planned this one out in 3 different sections was just an experiment. Kind of see if it benefited at all. From what I can see, it didn't. Now the spring mix I'm using, which is spicy green, and then I'm using red Russian kale and Ms. America red mustard greens. For right now in the season, we're at about a 4-week DTM. It'll drop down to a 3-week DTM here, probably another week or so. It really hasn't heated up that much. We're still in the low 90s, upper 80s, low 90s, somewhere in there. So, as you can see, when we progress through the season, DTM changes. We went from originally about a 6-week, now we're down to a 5-week, or we were at a 5-week, now we're at a 4-week this week. Another week or two will be at a 3-week. Hope you all enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.